Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Those are the words of Isaiah 41, verse 10. Very fitting passage, a needed passage in a time such as this. There's a lot going on in our minds and our thoughts that trouble us and keep us wondering what we need to do. So I was thinking about that verse, and of course, I know the context of that verse goes back to the children of Israel and their time of rejection of God, and Isaiah the prophet's having to write to them about upcoming persecution and difficulties that they would be facing. But in the face of that persecution, there still was hope. There still was an opportunity for them to find strength, not in themselves, but in God. And it reminded me of some things that we need today as well. As a matter of fact, my wife was actually telling me about this verse and how it helped her to get through one of the days she was having to be at work, and there are many others having to get out and needing to look to God's word for comfort and strength. So as I consider this verse and making some application for us today, because Romans 15:4 teaches us that the things written aforetime written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of scriptures might have hope. And so as we break it down, note again, he says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. We're not to be afraid because God's with us. It reminds me of a passage in the New Testament of Hebrews 13, verse 5 says, let your conversation be without covetousness and be content with such things as ye have. Why? For he has said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. He's giving us that hope that he's going to be with us. And as long as God is with us, we have nothing to fear. Matter of fact, God's presence casts out fear. Perfect love casts out fear, but knowing God is with us and he has a perfect love for us, we have nothing to fear. But the next phrase says, be not dismayed, for I am thy God. Some translations have the idea of anxiousness and being anxious and looking around for some strength. We don't have to be anxious. We don't have to be dismayed because we know who God is. I go back to Hebrews 13 again. Verse 6 says, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear what men shall do unto me. I know who God is, therefore I don't have to fear. My God is mighty. My God is all powerful. My God is almighty. So I don't have to be dismayed. I don't have to look around for a source because God is with me, because he is God. And then he says, I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. He's going to strengthen us. Our strength comes from above. As a matter of fact, Ephesians 6 verse 10 says that we are to be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Not in our own abilities, not in our governments, not in our wealth and our prosperity in this world. No. We're to have our strength from the Lord. He is the source of our strength. And as Ephesians would go on in verse 11, talks about putting on the whole armor of God, that we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. But the strength comes from God, from his word. He says, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. In the same book of Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1 says, behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither is his ear heavy that it cannot hear. The Lord's hand is powerful, the mighty hand of God. As a matter of fact, when you think about the right hand, Vines would talk about that as being used in a way of strength or of ability. The work that we do with our right hand. God's right hand is for you and for me. He's going to uphold us and get us through these difficult times if we keep our focus on him, if we truly trust in him. Don't fear, because he's with us. Don't be dismayed, because he is God. He will give you the strength that you need. He will help you, and he will uphold you with his right hand if we keep our focus on him. Something on which to meditate this Monday.